Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today on Me versus Anxiety, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. This might be my last video for now because I have a lot going on. I'm in college 5 days a week and I have MerseyGirls stuff all over the weekend, so I'm really struggling to fit it all in. But if I do think there's any really important videos I need to do, I will do them and just keep uploading them. But for now, this might be the last one. So yeah, like I said, I'm doing a Q&A and I asked on Instagram you all to send in any questions you had. So I have got some questions to answer. The first question says, how do you stay calm when you go into a panic attack? The truth is I don't. Like, I really struggle to stay calm, like I think any person would. However, I try and breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth because as a kid that's what my mum's always taught me to do, even if I'm just crying, like upset. And it does actually really help. It seems stupid and it seems like nothing will happen, but it actually does help. And I guess I just try to tell myself, like, it's not the end of the world, and I try and just tell myself to stay calm instead of thinking of all these things. But I know how hard it must be for you because I do really struggle to stay calm. That's one thing that I'm still working on, but I just try and think of like positives and breathing through my nose, not through my mouth. That's definitely two things I do. So the next question says, what is anxiety? Sorry for asking, I'm just not sure what it is. By the way, I love you so much. I love you too, and don't be sorry for asking because like it's normal for people not to know what it is if you don't have it. But I did look up the actual definition of it because I didn't want to like get it wrong, and it's such a big thing that, yeah. And this says, everyone experiences feelings and physical symptoms of stress when dealing with difficult situations or people. However, people with diagnosed anxiety disorders experience disability as a result of their response to stress. Untreated, their symptoms may often present... I really struggle to read. I'm not dyslexic, I just struggle. Often prevent them from engaging in social and family relationships, meeting job performance requirements, and participating in any other daily activities. So that's basically what it is. So for me, it does stop me from doing things if I'm not comfortable with... I'm not very well and I've had a long week, so I'm struggling to speak. But if I'm not comfortable, there you go, with it, then it does make me very stressed and anxious, and I go a bit crazy, and like I don't deal with stress well. So that's like my case of it. But yeah, that's basically what anxiety is, so I hope that helps you know a bit more. Where did you go to get support? So I've always had support from my mum and like my family, my boyfriend. I've always had support from them, but the summer just gone, it was when my mum and dad just broke up, and my mum was like saying to me how would I feel about having counselling, and I was never like against it because I just wanted to do everything to make myself better really, and so I was completely up for it. So I started counselling the summer just gone. Do you give yourself challenges every day? Yes, because college is a challenge. If I have a day, like a morning where I'm feeling really low and I don't want to get out of bed, it is such a challenge to get out of bed. However, challenges in my everyday life are more like performing in front of like people who are dead good at dancing. So that's like in my college, they're all amazing, and I do get very nervous and uncomfortable to perform in front of them. So that's a big challenge in itself, and like we've been improvising and I'm not very good at that, so that's been a huge challenge, and I've been very, very nervous about it. And just starting a new college, like, well, a new course, was one of the biggest challenges for me ever. Do you feel anxious about talking about it online? I was a bit nervous because I didn't want people to think I was attention seeker. I'm talking really quick. I was a bit nervous because I didn't want people to think that I was just doing it for attention. Because I wasn't. I just genuinely want to help others. So I was a bit anxious about doing it, but I'm also quite an open person, so if it's going to help someone, I don't mind. Do you feel that your anxiety is worse when things are changing? 100%. Can't cope with it. Change is just a big no from me. What are your top tips and how did you realise that anxiety wasn't something you could just solve straight away? So some of my top tips are to not let it beat you and know that you control your anxiety and you control what goes on in here. So if, like, I'll have something saying, like in my head it'll say like something's wrong, or like I'll start stressing because it tells me something is, but I know I control my brain, so like I just cry. I just try and stop myself from thinking like that. And also just to breathe and do like positive thinking, and definitely go speak to someone, like counselling or something like that. They're like my top tips. But I realised it wasn't going to go away when like it just kept on happening over and over again, and I just kept feeling the same way, and I was just like, this is going to be my life. The next question is, I was just wondering how you managed to get through it with your GCSEs. So it'll sound weird, but I wasn't actually that bad in my GCSEs, but like, do not take my advice on this at all, but I didn't have the right mindset for it. Like, I didn't really revise, and to me GCSEs weren't the end of the world. So, but now the like systems changed or whatever, I would have had to have revised if I was in Julia's year. Like, I would never have passed without coursework. My coursework carried me through so much. But for my system, it was just mostly coursework, so I didn't stress that bad. I wasn't. Like, before I went into the exam, I was super nervous because I hadn't revised. But, like, I just, considering how anxious and stressed I usually am, and I hate exams as well, like, absolutely hate them, dance exams and stuff, they, like, cause me big anxiety. I wasn't too bad because I that's when I just met Nathan and I was just a bit in love. So yeah, but if you are going through GCSEs, then stay calm. Remember, they aren't the end of the world. Like, I failed my maths 3 times, I resat it and then finally got a 5, so finally passed. So you can always resit if you need to. Like, honestly, that's my biggest advice, is just remember you can resit, but also do definitely revise, because now it's got so hard. Revise and just work hard and you'll be fine. What does a panic attack feel like? I don't know whether I get them or not. Love you. Love you too. I think people experience them differently, to be honest. So for me, I get like short of breath, but it's more like I can feel my heart pounding out my chest, like super hard, like super heavy, like really hard, and it feels like it's literally gonna come out my chest, and I'll like hyperventilate and I'll cry non-stop, and it'll all just be going crazy in my head. So like all these thoughts going around my head, and I'll get adrenaline all over my body. I'll like shake really bad. So it makes me feel a bit sick sometimes, like I'm gonna be sick. I don't know, like, they're just all my symptoms, but like people might have different ones. But for me it's more just like adrenaline and shaking and my heart pounding at my chest and short of breath. Yeah, they're really not nice. Like, I don't get them that often, luckily. Like, I'm quite lucky. But when I do get them, nope. This question's basically just saying, what do I do if no one in my school listens when I'm having an episode? And then it says, like, they don't know about my anxiety, and if I get upset enough to leave the class, what should I tell my teachers? I'd definitely tell them what's going on, because I never told my college. And then as soon as I told them, they were like really supportive and they understood a bit more. So I definitely suggest just going up to them and explaining and say like, hey, like, I suffer bad from anxiety, and there's times where I don't know I'm going to have a panic attack and then I all of a sudden have one, or I feel really low and I just need to leave, or I feel uncomfortable, I need to leave, like, and just explain it to them, because at the end of the day, your health matters, and if it's making you that bad, then you definitely do just need to explain exactly what goes on. So yeah. This says, how to stop worrying about my boyfriend. I'm too scared to kiss him, even hug him properly. And also how to help to talk to strangers because I'm so scared. For the boyfriend thing, like, I do get where you come from. When I first got with Nathan, I didn't want to like move too quick or like scare him away or whatever, but you just kind of have to do whatever makes you happy. If it makes you happy hugging him, hug him. If it makes you happy kissing him, kiss him. Because like at the end of the day, you're in a relationship for a reason, and you're not just in a relationship to just sit there. So he'll probably appreciate a hug, he'll probably appreciate a kiss, so I'd say just go for it. And if he doesn't like it, then I don't know, speak to him about it and just explain. But with the strangest thing, that's definitely like more like me. I hate talking to strangers, I hate speaking on the phone, I hate ordering in restaurants, I hate anything like that. That's why I can't get a job, because I won't speak to anyone. Yeah, that causes me massive anxiety, having to speak to strangers. But I just say, I'm trying to tell myself this because I'm still trying to learn, but like, know that they're just normal people, like they're just like me, they're just like you. They might feel the same, and just to go with it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You might never see them again, so at the end of the day, not really anyone. So yeah. Someone has said like a big story, and I just want you to know it's about like having symptoms and like stressing at little things. That's me. I just stress at things, no one gets it. They're like, that's so little, why are you stressing so bad? And I'm just like, and like, it's about hating the way you look, like me as well. And people call her dramatic, which people call me. Yeah, so you're exactly like me, and I'd say, like, you are who you are for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. So you may hate the way you look, but to me you're beautiful, to everyone else you're beautiful. And even though that's not going to help, because it doesn't help me when people say that, like, just try and tell yourself you are, so you can stop having these negative thoughts in your head. And also stressing over little things, I know that's something you can't really help because it's the way you are, but speak about the things that stress you out to someone and they might be able to help you. And then you also said that you get really angry at the slightest things and have panic attacks over small things. I get really angry very, very easy. I've got a very bad temper, I do admit. And I'm actually like in my counselling right now talking about how to cope with it, because like I will get so angry that I punch myself in the head, I hit myself over and over and over again. I will get on my wardrobe and I'll whack my head against it. Not great at all, I know. I'll want to punch walls. Like, I get really bad, even if it's just little things. And I do need to cope with it, but I think maybe like just breathing and looking at the bigger picture might help. So I'm trying to tell myself, like, look at what could have happened, or how worse it could have been, or other scenarios that are worse. Not necessarily less important, because all your needs are important, but like there are things going on that sometimes I think to myself, that's happening and I'm crying over this and this. Like, so yeah, I'd definitely just say look at the bigger picture. And like the panic attacks, you can't help, but you just need to, what I said about panic attacks and the other thing, do all them. I was wondering, did you get any help for your anxiety, like CAMS or in school? So I did go see the school counsellor sometimes, but not really. I didn't really go to the school counsellor. I done it a few times when I was like stressing, because I get really scared to talk in lessons and I didn't feel comfortable in the sets I was in, so I just went for that really, but that's it. And I didn't go to CAMS because there was like a waiting list and I didn't want to wait, so I went to a private counsellor over summer and she was really good. But now she doesn't really do weekends or evenings, and now I'm full-time college, 5 days a week. I can only do evenings or the weekends at certain times, so she just said if you need me over like the half terms or something, like she'll like be there for me. But my college have a counsellor, so I went and saw her for the first time 2 days ago. Well, it'll be nearly a week ago by the time this is out, but yeah, and she was so nice. It was really good, and so I'll hopefully be seeing her maybe every other week, maybe every week, I'm not sure. She said she'll let me know, but she definitely wants to help and she wants to do some CBT with me. Not sure what that is, but yeah. So I do go to my college counsellor, however I did have a private counsellor. And don't be ashamed if you have a counsellor. I think it's something to be proud of, because you're actually wanting to fix yourself and sort yourself out, and you're speaking up, you're being heard. So I think it's something to be really proud of, and I was proud of myself for going, so you should be proud of yourself if you go. Does your anxiety make your stomach churn and make you feel sick? It happens to me a lot. I really hope you're okay. It does and it doesn't. So when I last week I think I was having a panic attack and I felt like I was going to be sick, like really bad. So I get that. And my tummy churns are saying I get like adrenaline. So I guess it does. That's not something I've ever really thought about, but yeah, you just made me think about it now. Yeah, it does. I'm like you, don't worry, you're not alone. Is there any medication you have took to help with anxiety? If so, what medication? So I don't take any medication because in my head that's the last resort. Like, try out everything you can before medication. So if it was to carry on like this forever, then yeah, I would probably go get medication. But I'm gonna like carry on counselling and pushing myself to do things that I don't like to do to try and get myself through it before medication. But I don't think, I've not got anything against it at all. Like, if it helps people, it helps people, and that's really good. So no. So this says, do you have times when you feel miserable and you don't feel happy until a couple of weeks pass by and your mood changes? I have anxiety and I have those feelings a lot. All I want to say is I relate to you so much. Yes, I do. I will have days where I don't want to move out my bed. I don't want to go on my phone. I don't want to speak to anyone. I just want to lie there. And my boyfriend helps me. I always do want to see him because he helps me a lot. I'll tell my mum and my mum will just message me and help me if I'm at Nathan's, or yeah, I don't know. I just like, I do have really low days and they're hard to come out of, but you've got to kind of realise that lying there feeling sorry for yourself isn't going to make it any better really, or change it. It's just going to make you worse. So go out and do something you like to do. Like, if you like painting, go paint. If you like going for a walk, go for a walk. Like, just do whatever makes you happy to take your mind off it, because that's what I try to do. What type of anxiety do you have? I have a lot of mixtures. So I have death anxiety, which I've spoken about before. I always think I'm going to die. I have a little bit of social anxiety. I get very nervous. A little bit? I have a lot. I don't know why I'm lying. I get very nervous to speak to people I don't know and like be in environments like that. I have just like general anxiety, like with stress and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you find it hard opening up to people? No. I open up too much to people. People who I think are my friends. Like, I meet them, I think they're my friends after the first day, and I'll open up to them, and then they'll end up being horrible, and I'll regret opening up to them. I do think it's good to speak, but just be careful who you speak to. Like, I'd suggest more like someone you know you can trust. So yeah, that's all the questions I found, because I didn't really give you all much time, because I filmed it in the same night I put it up, so I'm sorry if I missed any questions. If you are suffering from anxiety, which a lot of you were, then I hope you're okay, and I hope you're seeing someone about it to try and help you. But thank you for speaking out to me and letting me know, and know that I'm here for you all and I can relate to you all, and I love you all so much. Even if you don't have anxiety, I love you all too. You're all amazing. I really hope this has helped, and that, you know, if you don't suffer now, if you don't suffer, then you can help someone who does, or you can understand them a bit more. And if you do suffer, then I hope these answers helped. So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this series, and I hope I do film some more soon. But for now, I'll just post normal singing videos or whatever for a bit. But yeah, thank you all so much for supporting me with this. I've really enjoyed doing it. It's really helped me, and it's been very therapeutic for me. So thank you all for being so understanding. Thank you all so much. Love you. Bye.